Hi everybody, welcome to B-Town Talk. I am your host, Dawn Davis, and my co-host is Mayor Joseph DiGirolamo. Hello, boss.
Hi, Dawn. How are you today?
Well, I'm getting a little frazzled because we're getting closer to our 2014 Fall Festival, which we came into the studio to talk about today. We are 8 days out, 8 business days anyway, and we just wanted to come into the studio and talk to everybody about all the great activities we're having at the Fall Festival.
By the way, it's number 24.
Yes, it is. It's our 24th year.
And that's quite a long time to have such a successful venue, and it gets better. It gets better every year, and this year will be no exception.
Well, we did change the date due to a conflict with a holiday, and we corrected that. And in light of that, we lost a couple things here and there, but we have replaced them, and it really is going to be a fun day. And by all accounts, and I hope there's not some crazy hurricane that starts to build in the tropics.
Why would you even bring that up?
Because I always, honestly, because when the weather cooperates, it just adds to the fun and flair and success of the day.
Really.
It really is everything.
It's 90% of what has to happen.
Absolutely. If it's 75 and sunny, it just makes all the activities and everything that makes the Fall Festival such a success more successful. So.
Well, we'll take 80 on Sunday too.
I would even take, I don't care, as long as it doesn't rain.
Sunday.
It could be 95.
There you go.
I just don't want it to rain. But in any event, for those of you who would like to see the schedule of entertainment, all you have to do is jump on our website, which has changed. It's www.tdbankamphitheater.com. It's just better to jump on that site as opposed to the Township website because it just has everything to do with the Fall Festival. It shows you the schedule of entertainment. Well, it had all of our downloads for people to sign up, but I can tell you we are sold out, we are busting at the seams, and that's always a good thing with the Fall Festival.
Why don't we talk a little bit about the times?
Okay.
I think it's important. I think 11 o'clock is when...
Well, 11 o'clock is when the gates open.
Right.
And, of course, all of our vendors know that's a different story for them. Their day starts quite early because they, gates open at 7 for our vendors, and there's a whole procedure in place that they're very well aware of. What's very important for the public to know is that there is not any parking here at the municipal complex. You have to have a parking permit, and they're similar to handicap placards in that they go on your rear view mirror. No one is allowed access without one. And of course, to help everybody get here, we have free transportation and parking from Bensalem High School to the municipal complex, and usually in 10 and 15-minute loops all throughout the day. So I believe the buses are going to start at 10:45, and they will continue until after the fireworks, which, it's in show business, it's a little bit hard to tell. We'll think the concert might be over about 8:30, and then by the time we move people back.
Look at 9:30.
About 9:30.
That's the latest I would think that.
I hope 9:30.
Yeah. I think I would be the latest.
But you know what? It's worth the wait. It really is.
And prior to that, you got great concerts. I mean, we're back into the 60s.
We're shadows of the 60s, which is...
Yeah.
Who's coming?
We have we have the Platters.
No, we don't.
Oh, not the Platters. Wait a minute. What's that? I'm trying to get the...
They all begin with the.
The?
The Four Tops, the Temptations, the Supremes. Of course, we're a tribute venue.
Well, the Platters were down.
Well, that's a the.
Yeah,
too. The Platters.
Yeah.
No, not them.
Yeah.
Four Tops, Temptations, and Supreme. So it's Shadows of the 60s, Motown. It should be a wonderful concert. Everybody should have a really good time. And especially our TDBA fans who have come to every concert during the summer. I think we had a very successful event. I know we had a very successful year with our concerts. We really did. I think it's been one of the best.
Can I put things in perspective?
All right.
So when everybody comes and sees what a great event we're having that day, 24 years ago, we started this event. It was the beginning of our tricentennial to raise funding. And at that time, we had it at Snyder School on Unionville Road. Now, that consisted of 9 cars in the car show. We had a string band. We also a face painter. We had some fire engines there. And we had a small trailer that you opened up the sides and the back, and that was the food vending in the very first time. So if you just can put that in perspective and see what goes on today, you'll understand how it has grown and become very successful over the years. So it's really a community event. It's everybody's here in the community, all the businesses, all kind of nonprofits are out there to talk about it, and certainly the acts that go on in the amphitheater all day. And the kids are involved, which is very important. So it's just a great day, and I know it's not an easy day for the people that are doing this volunteers, a lot of them working. If Dawn looks like she's snapping and you know, just going a little bit crazy, have a little bit of patience because it's a tough day.
I don't snap.
No, I'm kidding, but it is. It's
I'm trying to stay out of your shot.
It's a very difficult day to put on, but it always comes out, and again, the weather's what we're looking for. So
absolutely,
I look forward to seeing everybody there.
See, I'm just trying to stay out of his shot, so if you're wondering why I'm like this, that would be why. Okay, we have, of course, we're always happy to have the community groups that perform, our cheerleaders and our karate places, and you know, we're having the Bensalem High School marching band and just all kinds of things, and especially for the kids, we have Cool Beans Band coming back. We have, of course, Michael Bonacci, who's been our magician for several years. He's just so good. I don't want to replace him with anybody because he's just that good. When you have the best.
One of my favorite acts couldn't come back because we changed the date.
The Country Canine.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sad about that too. But they'll be back next year. He was so upset when he found out we had changed the date. But Country Canine is when the dogs jump rope and they balance balls, and just the things that they have them do are fabulous. It's great for adults too.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. But be that as it may, they'll be back next year.
I'm trying to train my dog to do some of those things.
Well, forget about it.
Yeah, it's having problems.
Unless you have Caesar, the dog whisperer, come over, it's just not happening. I like him. He's really cool. Really like him. But we're going to have sports celebrities. We are having a couple former Philadelphia Flyer, Broad Street Bullies, Joe Watson and Bernie Perrant will be here, as well as Ricky Battalica, who was a player, I think he was a relief pitcher for the Phillies.
For the Phillies.
Phillies. Well, I know he was with the Phillies. I just didn't know what position
he played.
He
was a good one, too.
Was he good?
Yes, very good.
And he will be here as well. So if you have baseballs, any kind of memorabilia. I was going to say paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. Okay. Hockey pucks, all that, jerseys, whatever you might like, you can bring. They'll be here. And like I said, the schedule's on the website, but I'll give you a rough time. About 2 o'clock, those sports celebrities will be arriving. So keep an eye out for them. They'll be under the hospitality tent, and we have big banners with their names on them.
Let me ask you a question now. At 11 o'clock, aren't we opening?
Well, that's the opening ceremony, of course.
Opening ceremony. Okay.
Opening ceremony, 11 o'clock, with the ROTC from the high school doing the colors, as we always have, with a pledge of allegiance to Old Glory, the one and only, and then we have a very special guest who is singing the national anthem.
So everything starts at 11?
Everything starts at 11, as it has for the past 2 years or 3 years, because we moved the concert back just so, you know, for the ingress and egress of people and
at
the
night.
traffic.
Get it done a little earlier.
Do it a little bit earlier. It just seems to make sense. But we have rock and roll racing is back. Everybody liked that. That's the miniature remote-controlled NASCAR track. Everybody loved that. We have Game and Ride coming back, which is the virtual gaming experience with music, and it's very interactive. Adults and children like it, as well as Anywhere Miniature Golf. That was a last-minute thing that we brought on last year, and everybody loved it. And he loved it, and what the gentleman who runs it called me the other day. And because we are having Joe Watson and Bernie Perrant, he has one of his harder putts. He has a a growling face of Bernie Perrant and Joe Watson to try to get the ball in, and you get a special prize or something. So it's interesting when the vendors are excited about the day and do something.
You know, one of my
in
favorite
addition.
things to do is the best there. The very
What?
best.
The food?
The food.
I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, what did I not talk about yet? That's how he's reminding me. We have a lot of food vendors this year, and we're happy about that. We have, of course, Carrabba's is always our partner. They're almost like the official food provider for the Bensalem Fall Festival for our sponsors. Of course, they're there for people to purchase food, and we have Outback, and we have Texas Roadhouse, and we have the Shrimp Man, and we have the best darn kettle corn. We have funnel cake by the Pennsylvania Dutch. And also this year, somebody new is coming from the Amish market over at the Clemington Farmers Market, and they're going to do hand-churned ice cream.
Wow.
I know. I'm actually excited about that because you know how much I love ice cream.
Wow.
And they're going to do sausage and peppers. To me, I think that is a very successful food.
They're doing sausage and peppers?
Yes, to sell at the Fall Festival.
You sure that's not the Italian fair or something?
It's not Italian.
Sausage and
it's
peppers?
sausage and peppers. The Amish are
Amish
having
sausage and peppers.
a place in Food Vendor Alley, and I think that'll be a huge seller. Most people like sausage and peppers. And it's very carnival-ish.
No onions in the sausage and pepper?
I can't talk anymore about that. Okay.
Oh, I know. I put onions in my sausage.
I'm sure that they'll have onions. Doesn't make any
okay.
sense.
How about garlic?
Sausage, pepper, onions, garlic, the whole kit and
Now we're
caboodle.
talking. I'm staying late.
But, and of course, don't forget the car show. Now, I was getting a little bit worried because we weren't really getting a lot of pre-registration. And, I mean, I do understand the car show culture upon which they're not going to take out their beautiful 1956 Corvette, or did they make Corvettes in 56?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
53
it's probably
was
a
the first
beautiful one. And, you know, conditions usually have to be absolutely pristine for car show participants to come out. But in the last week, we have received quite a few pre-registrations.
Let me tell you something else about that. Moving the date is big because people plan their car shows. There's a lot of them in the fall, a lot of car shows.
It's true.
And if they're already going someplace and they schedule it every year like they would ours on October the first
Saturday in October,
that's their plan. And then that works for other places where they go. So that's a little bit of an impediment there. So
and I got an education about the car show people, realizing that they pretty much do this every weekend or
that's
whenever
what I'm saying.
they can.
That's my point.
Yeah, they're doing it all the time.
And there's schedules. There's certain car shows that they go to every year, and they schedule themselves on that. It's
like McCungy, I hear that word
that's
all
a
the
big
time.
one. Yeah, that's a big one. But they're all over. They have them all over.
And there's one that is just a Corvette club or just you know, any particular type of vehicle.
My point of it is they usually schedule themselves, and when you move the date, it kind of messes it up a little bit.
It's true. It does. But we will prevail, and we will have a good time. The one thing I don't think I mentioned is handicap parking. Handicap parking, as it has always been, is going to be at the Bensalem Senior Center. You park your car there, and handicap accessible buses will also be coming in the 10-minute loops to take people from the Senior Center to the municipal complex, drop you off at the bus stop, and remember, it's every 10, 15 minutes. So if you want to stay here for, you know, an hour or 8 hours, it doesn't matter.
The folks that don't use that, you don't realize how really great it is.
It's
and
wonderful.
I mean, you don't really wait, really. I don't think you wait 10
You don't.
minutes. And if you get over to school, you're in the parking lot, you can get on a bus there, and within minutes, you're here within 5.
It's the most convenient way.
They let you out right at the front, get back the same way. I'm telling you, it's the best way. You can't. It's better.
And it reduces the traffic on Bensalem roads that day because, let's face it, it gets crazy out there. It really does. And speaking of which, I know a lot of people think they can park on some of the outer lots that we have here. They will be cordoned off. You cannot park on those lots at all, or you'll be towed. The police will be out in full force. So We encourage you. We know people like to drive their own car to things and have the freedom per se in your mind of knowing you have your vehicle, but in this particular case and for this event, it's so much better, like the boss said, to just hop on the bus, come and at your leisure.
Leave the driving to us.
Leave the driving to us, and honestly, you won't have to worry about your car, and you just hop back on the bus and go home or go to another event. But you won't want to go to another event.
And reiterate what you said, because between the two, if you need handicap parking, it's at the senior center.
Yeah, not at the high school.
Not at the high
it's
school.
At the senior center, which is 1850 Byberry Road. And of course, the high school is 4319 Humeville Road. Most people in Bensalem know,
right.
I would hope, where the high school is and the senior center. But then again, some newcomers might not, so that's why we're saying that. And like I said, we have the car show, and I believe, but I'm not absolutely sure, the car show, we're not sure if it's going to be selected by the people or we're doing a different thing. Not sure about that yet. See, things with the Fall Festival, right up to the Friday night before, we're deciding some things. And sometimes we have to change things around. So I'm not really sure about that yet.
But there are prizes.
But it worked out last year.
Yeah.
It really did. And we have beautiful trophies, beautiful dash plaques. So our car show enthusiasts should be pleased. No matter how we decide to judge them, it should be pretty good. So
I hope we get an opportunity to take some of mine. But I'm always so busy, I don't get a chance to take them over. But it's a great car show. There's some really, really fabulous cars.
They really do.
Yeah.
There's some really beautiful ones.
You know, just to switch a gear quickly, Saturday is the big races at Philadelphia Parks Casino and Racetrack.
What, Derby Day?
Yeah, it's not the Pennsylvania Derby. It's a big day. They're having two big stake races there. California Chrome is here in Bensalem now. We'll be in one of those races. There are two races, $1 million races. We expect a lot of traffic.
Is that the Kentucky Derby winner or the California Chrome?
Won two.
The
two,
Belmont,
yes.
and then the Kentucky Derby.
Right.
The Kentucky Derby. Then what's the second one?
Derby. Well,
it's the Belmont and then the Preakness?
Preakness is the last one, right?
I forget.
The last one is the one that he lost. He had two legs, won the first two,
and
then
kind of like
lost.
Smarty Jones.
Just like Smarty Jones, same way. Smarty Jones was closer though. That was a very close.
That was such an exciting time.
But it's
really
going to be a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic.
This Saturday.
Yes, they expect 30,000 people in there at one time.
Okay, this Saturday is the 19th. We're taping. Is this Saturday the 19th or the 20th? The 20th. I'll be
and
okay.
Then next Saturday.
We're taping on Wednesday the 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay. But anyway, in summary, Bensalem Fall Festival, celebrate community pride, Saturday, September 27th. The gates open at 11. It ends after our huge concert of the Shadows of the 60s, the Four Tops, the Temptations, and the Supremes, topped with the fireworks. So you probably get out of here 8:30, 8:45, 9:30, one of those times. But we hope you'll come in and enjoy everything that we have to offer. There is something for everybody. Any final words, Bulls?
I'd just like to remind everybody, I think it's very important because we always talk about the veterans and we try to help our veterans so much. Salute to Service is a veterans job fair.
I can't help but be in your shot, so I'm just going to stay there and people can look at the side of my face.
Don't
okay.
Stay here. That's Thursday, October 2nd from 10 to 2 p.m. Parks Casino East. And everybody knows where the casino's at. And the east is where the racetrack is, still is. I was going to say was, but still there.
Still
so
there.
It's a job fair. It's for veterans. Please come out, veterans. You hear us here today. It's important you get out, and if you're looking for a job, I think it's a great place to be. There's going to be a whole lot of companies there that are interested in helping veterans and hiring.
Thank goodness, because they're having a heck of a time trying to become gainfully employed.
And that's from 10 till 2, October 2nd, at Parks East at the racetrack. So I just want to remind everybody that that's an important date.
And Darren, did we put that flyer on our website? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, we did. So if you want to jump on our website, our regular website at bensalempa.gov, you can check out that flyer to get some more information about the Veterans Job Fair.
Let's give Darren a little kudos. Working all the time here. He's behind the scenes doing a great job.
Darren's
for us
awesome.
here at our studio and going out around town. He does a great job.
He
So
does.
Kudos to Darren.
And Darren is always at the concerts. He films them. And actually, Darren was asked to provide Desert Highway with a full cut.
I said 1, 2, 3, 4.
And he does a 5-shot shoot, right? Thumbs up. 5-shot shoot by himself. So, and the finished project was nothing less than magnificent. And the band, everybody that comes, I'm kind of switching gears from the Fall Festival, but the TD Bank Amphitheater and the concerts, our guests, our entertainers, they love to play here. Now that's just a testament to the venue, a testament to the genesis of the amphitheater, which was UN Council building that 15 years ago. And just the venue really has established itself. And, you know, I do have to give some credit to Dave Feidler. He was the manager of the amphitheater previously, set the stage. I learned a lot from him. And, you know, and a lot of times I learn a lot of things, baptism by fire, as they say, and sometimes that's a good way to learn. But I can tell you that this season, and watching Darren and the effort that he put into it in adding to the team environment, the team success of the amphitheater, and with our 50-50 raffle with the Bensalem Historical Society, coming together, working as a team, and supporting us at the amphitheater, we had one of the most successful seasons that we've had in 5 years. Honestly, they've all been good seasons, but I can emphatically tell you that 2014 was one of the best seasons we have had.
Well,
that's it.
We got a lot in.
And I'm not just, that sounds self-serving, I know, but it's not. The numbers are there, the facts are there, the fans tell us. I mean,
it's not self-serving. Everybody who was there says it. I mean,
it's true.
They're the ones.
And they're not free, so they have to pay to get in. So they're liking it.
Well, they don't pay much.
No, they don't. That's very true.
We've kept
for the great entertainment they get
as low as possible. But yeah, I think we've got everything
I think
in,
we've
and
covered
look forward to seeing everybody.
Don't forget
on the 27th. It's looking forward to it.
Absolutely, everybody. God bless and have a great time at the Fall Festival. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody.
God bless.